here on the campus of Stewart Hall. Gonna get in my 500 juggles in a row in order to get 2 sets and make it into 1,000. Here we go. Yesterday's game, Spain versus France. Possibly the two most evenly matched teams, but the score still a final. All right. $1,000. Actually, it was 1,010. 1042. Not bad. All right. Talk about it in just a minute. Okay, that was my first time getting 1,000 in a row since I've been doing this. So, again, a feat to be happy about, but today's not the day where I need 1,000 in a row. I only needed 500, 2 sets of 500, but still, it's coming along, and I'm feeling ever more comfortable all the time with how the ball's coming off my foot and everything like that. And it goes back to that Bruce Lee kick. I'm going to fumble it ever so slightly, but basically it's, I don't fear the man who's done 1,000 kicks one time. I fear the man who's done one kick 1,000 times. And it comes down to that idea of mastery, of getting so good at something that you're almost undeniable. If you take a look at any of the sports teams, Steph Curry obviously has it for the 3-point shot, just the same as Caitlin Clark. And then, Messi is just this myriad of skills that turns into perfection. And obviously he has to play today. Yesterday, it was great to watch the France versus Spain game, although, I don't like the fact that the first goal was on a penalty, and, I don't want to call it a suspect penalty because Lamine Yamal definitely got kicked, but, it's just one of those things where you really want games to be decided on the field as much as possible, but that's not always possible. So, yes, it's continuing to work to the point where you have achieved perfection, which is obviously impossible, but you're trying to push that asymptote. You're trying to get ever closer to it, to the point where it's not do it until you get it right. It's do it until you can't get it wrong. And that's the key. And one of the other things that I heard somebody say yesterday about the World Cup and why they love the World Cup kind of more than the other, professional leagues, where, the Premiership has more talent within it than the overall World Cup to a certain extent. The quality of play is compressed down, and those guys see each other every single day. But at the same time, leagues don't have that love at the level that the World Cup does. People love their clubs, no doubt about it, but it's bigger, you know, because of the fact that it's not just about soccer, it's about national heritage and a variety of other things. And when a team steps onto the field, they're not only representing themselves, they're representing their nation, and they've lived and or had an association to that country usually for their entire life. And that's a lot of pent up emotion. It's a lot of what's going on in here, which is great to see, and it makes the World Cup so enjoyable. And there's also some history. We're going to see some today. England versus Argentina. Let's see what happens. There's definitely not going to be a hand of God with all the VAR around, but it should be a good game. All right, have a great day, people. Up the posh.